Well, we have to understand that every time is a good time to talk psychoanalysis, and everywhere is a good place to talk psychoanalysis, even in the airport when your flight is delayed, and maybe it's the right time to talk about time, to discuss a little bit, to talk it over. Well, we have to accept that we are who produce time. And I mean produce. No, we don't measure time. We do not limit ourselves to measuring time. We produce time. We don't have a soul able to measure. But we can produce, we can do, we can make things. And time is a thing. Time is a production. Firstly, because when we move in space, we left a line. And that line, that way, that path, could be measured, indeed, in terms of time. How long does it take? When are you coming? I will arrive a little late, so we can move in space and measure this movement in terms of time. But this is an old vision, an old view concerning time and space. Secondly, we can say that we produce time because time is merchandise, is a commodity. We produce a commodity called time. Even in this case we can measure. It's a social measure, even in this case, indeed. Because we measure time in terms of money, in terms of job, in terms of work, in terms of labor, time, labor. We have a daytime focused on job, focused on labor, focused on different occupation. We cut our time in order to measure it. And we measure it by using economical terms. Thirdly, I say that we produce time because we change our perception of time. While changing our perception, we create a different space-time, a different web, a different network. Within this network, we move, and so we produce time in the first sense, and we create a perception of time. Even in this case, we can measure. We can say we are bored, we have expectations, we are longing, we can wait. And so this perception, this different perception is a measure. Fourthly, we produce time because we can do something by using space. We can find an image of ourselves. We can produce then a sort of imago of ourselves by using time. We can feel old, young. We can find the boy who lives inside of us. We can find the women if we are men. And we can find men if we are women. We can find our father. We can find our mother. And we can find that we ourselves are our father and our mother, because they are a space. Mother is a space, and as it is a space, it is also even a time. Mother, I said, is a landscape, and so she is time. We produce our mother, and so we produce time. And while producing time, we produce our imaginary life that we call mother, father, friend, lover, me, myself as a boy, an eternal boy, a child, a woman, a girl, a girlfriend, an animal, part of nature. We can feel our nature by producing time. And finally, I would say that we produce time because we can oppose time to time. We can oppose our imaginary time to the time employed by the productive system. We can oppose our time to that time. Not to their time, but to that time. This is my time, that is another time. We can oppose, we can compensate, we can measure, we can contradict that time by we ourselves given freedom of moving, freedom of space, freedom of game and play to our time, to our imaginary time that we ourselves produce and which we are in charge